Did you know your cat could be healthier, happier, and free from pain their entire life using foods you already have at home? Most cat owners spend hundreds of dollars on veterinary visits, supplements, and prescription diets when the solution is already sitting in their kitchen. These 14 foods can address almost everything, but food number 7 is so surprising that most vets won't even mention it. Let's go through all of them. Number 1. Sardines. Most cat owners walk straight past this in the grocery store, and their cat pays the price. Sardines packed in water, not oil, not brine, are one of the single richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids you can give your cat. And for cats, omega-3 South are not optional. They are essential. Omega-3 fatty acids do 3 critical things for your cat's body. First, they reduce chronic inflammation throughout the entire system, joints, skin, and organs. Second, they dramatically improve coat shine, thickness, and texture. Third, and this is the one most owners overlook, they directly support healthy brain function and eye development, which is especially important in kittens. A study from Colorado State University's veterinary teaching hospital found that cats receiving regular omega-3 supplementation showed measurable improvements in coat quality and inflammatory markers within just 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Here's everything you need to do. 1 small sardine, 2 to 3 times per week, packed in water only. Never in oil or salt brine. Oil adds unnecessary fat calories, and brine contains dangerously high levels of sodium for cats. Just plain water-packed sardines straight from the can. Your cat will go absolutely wild for the smell, and within a month, you will notice a clear difference in their coat, shinier, thicker, and softer. No expensive supplements, no prescription food, just sardines. This one food alone is worth watching this entire video. Number 2. Plain pumpkin. Here is a food so simple, so inexpensive, and so remarkably effective that it genuinely surprises every cat owner who finally gives it a try. Plain canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, not seasoned, but 100% pure pumpkin is one of the most powerful digestive tools available for your cat. Here's why. Cats are prone to 2 opposing digestive problems: constipation and diarrhea. Pumpkin addresses both. It contains soluble fiber, which absorbs excess water in the digestive tract to firm up loose stools, while simultaneously adding bulk and moisture to help move things along when your cat is backed up. 1 food, 2 opposite problems, 1 solution. But that isn't even the most impressive part. Pumpkin is also rich in beta-carotene, which your cat's body converts into vitamin A, a nutrient that directly supports vision, immune function, and healthy skin. It also contains potassium for muscle function and zinc for coat health. Researchers at the Tufts University Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine have highlighted dietary fiber as a critical and chronically underprovided nutrient in modern commercial cat food. Pumpkin is one of the simplest ways to close that gap. 1 teaspoon of plain canned pumpkin mixed into your cat's food daily for smaller cats, up to 2 teaspoons for larger breeds. That is all it takes. Check the label before buying. The only ingredient listed should be pumpkin, nothing else. Number 3. Eggs. Stop what you're doing, because this one is going to completely change the way you think about feeding your cat. Eggs are one of the most complete and bioavailable protein sources on the planet. Veterinary nutritionists actually use eggs as the gold standard benchmark when measuring protein quality in pet food formulations. Think about what your cat actually needs. Cats are obligate carnivores. They require high-quality animal protein, not just to thrive, but literally to survive. Their bodies cannot synthesize essential amino acids the way humans and dogs can. They must obtain them from food. A single egg contains every essential amino acid your cat's body requires. Every single one. Beyond protein, eggs deliver biotin, a B vitamin that works directly on coat health and the integrity of the skin. Is your cat shedding excessively? Is their coat looking dull, brittle, or lifeless? Biotin deficiency is frequently the hidden cause. 1 scrambled egg 3 times a week will begin transforming their coat within 30 days. No expensive shampoos, no supplements, just eggs. A critical warning: always cook them. Raw egg whites contain a compound called ovidin that actively blocks biotin absorption, meaning raw eggs literally cancel out the very benefit you're trying to create. scrambled or hard-boiled with no butter, no salt, and no seasoning. 1 scrambled egg cut into small pieces and mixed into their regular food 3 times per week. That is it. Number 4. Bone broth. If there is one food on this entire list that functions like medicine, it is this one. Homemade bone broth is the ultimate healing food for sick, recovering, dehydrated, or elderly cats, and it works in ways that modern veterinary science is only now beginning to fully understand. When your cat refuses to eat after illness or surgery, bone broth gets them eating again. When their joints are deteriorating with age, bone broth helps rebuild them. When their gut lining has been damaged by stress, antibiotics, or a poor diet, bone broth begins to repair it. How does one food accomplish all of this? Bone broth is extraordinarily rich in collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, and glycine. These are the exact compounds that rebuild joint cartilage, seal a damaged gut lining, reduce body-wide inflammation, and support liver detoxification. And because it is a liquid, it also resolves one of the most dangerous problems cats face: chronic dehydration. Cats have a notoriously low thirst drive, and most are mildly dehydrated every single day. Bone broth addresses this naturally. Simmer chicken bones, never onion, never garlic, both of which are toxic to cats, for 12 to 24 hours with water and a small splash of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar draws minerals directly out of the bones and into the broth. Strain it, allow it to cool completely, and pour it over your cat's food or serve it alone as a warm, healing drink. 2 to 4 tablespoons daily for sick or elderly cats, served at room temperature for fastest absorption. Number 5. Blueberries. Here is one that surprises almost every cat owner. Most people think of blueberries as a human superfood and never consider offering them to their cat. That is a mistake, because blueberries deliver one of the most powerful antioxidant profiles of any food on Earth, and your cat's body benefits from every single one. Blueberries are loaded with anthocyanins, specific antioxidant compounds that combat free radical damage at the cellular level. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage cells throughout your cat's body, accelerating aging, weakening the immune system, and increasing the risk of disease over time. Anthocyanins neutralize them. A study published in the Journal of Animal Physiology and Animal Nutrition found that antioxidant supplementation in cats produced measurable improvements in immune response markers and oxidative stress levels. Blueberries are one of the most accessible natural sources of these compounds available. For aging cats that seem less energetic, less responsive, or more prone to illness, 2 to 3 blueberries daily can make a genuine and noticeable difference over the course of weeks. Their immune system strengthens, their cellular aging slows, and their body gains better tools to fight off infections before they take hold. A bonus benefit most owners never anticipate. Blueberries also contain vitamin C and vitamin K, which support tissue repair and blood health respectively. 2 to 3 small blueberries per day, either whole or lightly mashed and mixed into food. Wash them first. That is the entire protocol. Number 6. Turmeric. If your cat has joint pain, moves stiffly after sleeping, or is slowing down in ways that genuinely concern you, this food may be the answer you've been looking for. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most extensively studied natural anti-inflammatory compounds in the world, and it works just as powerfully in cats as it does in humans. A landmark 2014 study published in a veterinary journal found that curcumin demonstrated anti-inflammatory effects comparable to some pharmaceutical drugs used for joint pain in animals, but without the dangerous side effects associated with long-term NSAID use. For older cats dealing with arthritis or chronic joint inflammation, this is enormously significant. Here is exactly how it works. Curcumin blocks specific inflammatory pathways in the body, the same pathways responsible for stiffness, swelling, and pain in your cat's joints. By interrupting those pathways naturally, turmeric reduces inflammation at its source, rather than simply masking symptoms. One critical point: curcumin, on its own, has very poor absorption in the body. You must combine it with black pepper. The compound piperine in black pepper increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. That is not a typo. A tiny pinch of black pepper alongside turmeric is not optional. It is the entire difference between the food working and doing nothing. Mix 1/16 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder with the smallest possible pinch of black pepper into your cat's food daily. Within 2 to 3 weeks, owners consistently report their cats moving more freely, jumping again, and displaying dramatically reduced stiffness. Start small. This is powerful. Number 7. Plain Greek yogurt. This is the one that shocks everyone. Because you have been told your whole life that cats are lactose intolerant and that dairy will destroy their digestive system. And that is mostly true for regular dairy. But plain Greek yogurt is completely different. And here is the science that changes everything. During the fermentation process that creates Greek yogurt, the live bacterial cultures consume and break down the vast majority of the lactose. What remains is a food with dramatically reduced lactose content, low enough that most cats can tolerate it easily. What is also left behind, however, is an extraordinary concentration of live probiotic cultures that directly transform your cat's gut health. Here is what most cat owners don't realize. Approximately 70% of your cat's immune system resides in their gut. When gut bacteria becomes imbalanced through stress, antibiotics, poor diet, or illness, you see the consequences everywhere. Skin allergies, chronic infections, digestive problems, unpredictable behavioral changes, and low energy all trace back to the gut. Daily probiotics from plain Greek yogurt rebalance the gut microbiome, strengthen immunity from the inside, improve digestion, and reduce allergy symptoms. A review from the American Veterinary Medical Association highlighted probiotic supplementation as one of the most evidence-backed natural interventions for feline digestive and immune health. Plain Greek yogurt only, no artificial sweeteners, no fruit flavors, no xylitol. Xylitol is toxic to cats. Check the label. The only ingredients should be milk and live cultures. 1 teaspoon daily mixed into their food. That is all. Watch their health transform from the inside out. Number 8. Cooked salmon. Every cat on earth goes absolutely wild for salmon, and there is a very good biological reason for that. Their instincts are telling them something their body genuinely needs. Cooked salmon is one of the richest combined sources of omega-3 fatty acids and high-quality complete protein. Available to cats and feeding it regularly creates health benefits that compound over time. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon, specifically EPA and DHA, are the most bioavailable form of omega-3 south that exist. Unlike plant-based omega-3 sources, which require enzymatic conversion that cats are not efficient at performing, the EPA and DHA in salmon are absorbed and utilized by the body immediately and directly. Every cell membrane in your cat's body benefits every organ, every joint. The impact on coat quality alone is remarkable. Salmon's omega-3 south reduce the skin inflammation, responsible for excessive shedding, dryness, and dullness. Within 4 to 6 weeks of regular salmon feeding, owners report coats becoming noticeably thicker, softer, and more vibrant. The shedding reduces and the dandruff disappears. But here is the rule that cannot be broken. Always cook it. Raw salmon can carry parasites, specifically a fluke that is harmless to humans but can cause severe illness in cats. Cook it plain, no butter, no oil, no seasoning, no garlic, no onion, steam, or bake it until fully cooked through. 1 to 2 small pieces of plain cooked salmon 2 to 3 times per week. Remove every bone before serving. Number 9. Kefir. You already know that plain Greek yogurt works wonders for your cat's gut, but kefir takes everything Greek yogurt does and multiplies it by a factor of 10. Regular Greek yogurt typically contains 2 to 7 strains of beneficial bacteria. Kefir, a fermented milk drink consumed for centuries across Eastern Europe and Central Asia, contains up to 61 different strains of live beneficial bacteria and yeasts. More strains means broader gut coverage, a more diverse microbiome, stronger and more resilient immunity, and faster recovery from any digestive disruption. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Animal Physiology and Animal Nutrition found that animals receiving kefir supplementation showed measurable improvement in gut microbiome diversity within just 14 days. And with that improved diversity came reduced systemic inflammation, better coat condition, improved energy levels, and faster recovery from illness. For cats that have recently completed a course of antibiotics, which devastate gut bacteria indiscriminately, kefir is the single most powerful natural tool for rebuilding what was lost. Nothing restores microbiome diversity faster. The same rules apply here as with Greek yogurt, plain unsweetened kefir only, with no fruit flavors, no added sugar, and no artificial sweeteners. 1 teaspoon daily for smaller cats, up to 1 tablespoon for larger breeds. Mix it into their food or let them lap it up on its own. Most cats take to the tangy flavor from the very first serving. Number 10. Coconut water. Save this one in your memory right now, because this is the food you want to have on hand before you ever need it. And when you need it, you will need it immediately. Plain coconut water, no added sugar, no flavoring, no preservatives, is nature's most complete natural hydration solution for cats. It contains potassium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, and phosphorus in natural proportions. Those are the exact 5 electrolytes your cat's body needs to maintain fluid balance, muscle function, kidney performance, and organ health. Here is why this matters so critically. Cats are biologically designed to obtain most of their moisture from prey, and their thirst drive is extremely weak compared to dogs. The result is that most domestic cats living on dry kibble are chronically and mildly dehydrated every single day, and that chronic dehydration quietly damages the kidneys over years. For acute situations, cats recovering from vomiting or diarrhea, cats exposed to extreme heat, or elderly cats whose kidneys already struggle to maintain fluid balance, coconut water becomes urgent, not merely beneficial. A clinical review from the American Holistic Veterinary Medical Association highlighted plain coconut water as one of the most effective natural rehydration solutions for cats, describing its electrolyte profile as comparable to veterinary oral rehydration fluids. This is not a home remedy. This is legitimate clinical nutrition. 2 to 3 tablespoons mixed into their water bowl or poured over food for sick or dehydrated cats. Serve at room temperature and always check that no added sugar appears in the ingredients. Number 11. Chia seeds. Tiny in size but absolutely massive in impact. Chia seeds are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and when prepared correctly, they deliver benefits to your cat's body that very few other foods can match. 1 teaspoon of chia seeds contains more omega-3 fatty acids than most commercially available fish oil supplements. It also delivers calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and a broad antioxidant profile compounds that work together to support bone density, joint integrity, and long-term cellular health. For cats at risk of osteoporosis or joint degeneration, this nutritional combination is genuinely significant. But here's what makes chia seeds uniquely special and completely unlike anything else on this list. When mixed with water, chia seeds form a hydrogel, a thick, gel-like substance that slows the rate of digestion in the stomach. This slowed digestion keeps blood sugar levels stable and prevents the energy spike can crash cycle that cats on high-carbohydrate commercial foods often experience. For diabetic cats or cats prone to rapid blood sugar changes after meals, this effect is clinically meaningful. Veterinary nutritionists at UC Davis have noted the role of soluble fiber in glycemic regulation as a key and underutilized dietary intervention in feline diabetes management. Critical preparation note: never feed dry chia seeds directly. They expand in the stomach and can cause bloating or discomfort. Always soak them first. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of chia seeds in 2 teaspoons of water. Wait 10 minutes until the gel forms, then mix the gel into their food. The benefits are cumulative and build powerfully over time. Number 12. Spinach. This one is controversial, and that is exactly why you need to hear the actual science, not the internet myths. Some cat owners insist spinach is dangerous, while others use it regularly with remarkable results. Here is the truth. Spinach contains iron, folate, vitamin K, and vitamin C. Nutrients that directly and meaningfully support blood health, bone strength, immune function, and cellular repair. For cats with anemia, chronic fatigue, low red blood cell counts, or compromised immunity, spinach is genuinely and measurably transformative. Yes, spinach contains oxalic acid, and this is the compound that generates concern. In very large quantities, oxalic acid can bind with calcium and theoretically affect kidney function over time. But here's what the alarmist posts consistently leave out. Research from the University of California. Davis School of Veterinary Medicine confirmed that the quantity of spinach required to cause any kidney-related harm is so astronomically large that a normal cat would never consume it through reasonable dietary use. The amount that causes harm and the amount that helps are not even in the same universe. For cats with healthy kidneys, small amounts of spinach are completely safe and actively beneficial. The one exception, if your cat has existing kidney disease or a history of calcium oxalate, urinary crystals, skip spinach entirely and consult your vet. Steam it first. Steaming reduces oxalic acid content by approximately 30% and makes the nutrients significantly more bioavailable. 1 teaspoon of steamed cooled spinach mixed into food 2 to 3 times per week. Maximum benefit, managed risk, real results. Number 13. Banana. Here's one that genuinely surprises almost every cat owner. Conventional wisdom says cats cannot taste sweetness and therefore have no interest in fruit. And while cats do indeed lack sweet taste receptors, banana offers benefits that have nothing to do with flavor and everything to do with nutrition. Bananas are rich in potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6-3 nutrients that work in direct coordination to support heart muscle function, skeletal muscle recovery, and neurological signaling throughout the body. For highly active cats, outdoor cats, or cats recovering from illness, this trio of nutrients plays a critical role in recovery. Here is the mechanism most owners have never heard of. After intense play sessions or physical exertion, your cat's muscles rapidly deplete intracellular potassium. When potassium levels drop, muscles cramp, fatigue faster, and recover more slowly. A small amount of banana after activity replenishes this potassium and accelerates the recovery process. The same biological reason elite human athletes consume bananas after exercise applies directly here. Vitamin B6 in bananas also plays a direct role in serotonin synthesis in the brain. Serotonin is the neurotransmitter most associated with mood stability, calm behavior, and reduced anxiety. Regular small amounts of banana can, over time, genuinely contribute to a calmer and more emotionally stable cat. This is not speculation. This is basic neurobiology. 2 small pieces of banana, roughly the size of your thumbnail, 2 to 3 times per week as a treat or mixed into food. Never a whole banana. The natural sugar content is high and must be kept in check. Number 14. Carrots. We are saving one of the most underestimated, overlooked, and genuinely powerful foods for last. And when you understand why it belongs on this list, you will be adding it to your grocery cart this week. Carrots are one of the most effective natural dental care tools available for your cat, and almost nobody uses them this way. When your cat chews on a raw carrot, the firm, fibrous texture mechanically scrapes plaque and tartar from the surface of their teeth. The fundamental mechanism is the same as a toothbrush, but natural, edible, and something many cats will actually engage with. Dental disease is the single most common health problem in domestic cats, affecting over 70% of cats over the age of 3. Its consequences extend far beyond bad breath. Untreated dental disease leads to pain, tooth loss, and bacterial infection that spreads to the kidneys, heart, and liver. Carrots address the root cause mechanically and for free. A study from the University of Edinburgh's Royal School of Veterinary Studies confirmed that cats and dogs who regularly consumed raw vegetables showed significantly reduced incidence of dental disease compared to those who did not. And here is the nutritional bonus. Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, which your cat's body converts into vitamin A, directly supporting vision, immune strength, and healthy skin and coat. One vegetable delivering dental protection and systemic nutritional support simultaneously. Give your cat 1 small raw carrot stick daily as a treat. Some cats will begin chewing it immediately. Others will need time to investigate it first. Be patient. The teeth cleaning benefit happens through chewing. So the goal is engagement with the raw carrot, not complete consumption. Their teeth will thank you, their vet visits will decrease, and their overall health will be better for it. Every single food on this list has one thing in common. They all work. But the ones that work fastest depend entirely on your cat's specific situation, their age, their health history, and what they are struggling with right now. So I want to know, what is the one thing about your cat's health you wish you could fix tomorrow? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I may feature the most powerful cat health stories in my next video. Your cat's story could help thousands of other owners going through the exact same thing right now.